Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time reviewing on Turbo, a Power Rangers movie. Now, as you know, Turbo, a Power Rangers movie is a 1997 superhero film directed by David Wenin, as well as Soke Levy, who also worked on VR Troopers, Beetleborgs, and theme songs for He-Man, Mask, Inspector Gadget. And unlike Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie, this movie is canon. And of course was using costumes and so many things from Super Sentai Carranger. And the premise of the film is meant to take place after the events of Zeo. We kind of see how on a distant planet, a alien wizard known as Larigo is hunted down by Divatox and of course makes his way to Earth. We see how the Rangers learn to their shock, even to their horror, that Divatox has planned to use Larigo to release a dangerous beast known as Marigal. And of course, we kind of see how the Rangers are roped into stopping Marigal, saving the day, as well as rescuing Kimberly and Jason, the former Pink Mighty Morphin Ranger, and the former Red Mighty Morphin and Gold Zeo Ranger. And of course, we kind of see how they go on this big epic adventure to save the day. And I would say, for the most part, unlike Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie, Turbo, a Power Rangers movie, takes more time with the characters. We kind of see how the characters are kind of being roped into a new adventure and kind of having to deal with a newer and more dangerous threat. And I think for the most part it does work. Like, you can tell the stakes are risen a lot more higher, and you can kind of tell the characters are unsure about their biggest challenge. And I think when you've got the new Blue Turbo Ranger, Justin, who replaces Rocky after an injury in a martial arts tournament, I think Justin's character works in the movie. He's meant to be us as a kid, kind of being thrust upon to a new adventure, and basically unsure about this new life. And I think it does work. And I think when Justin does share his insights about his parents, it really does work, as you kind of have that one parent who's no longer with you, and you have that one parent who does want to try and find work to kind of build up something better. And I kind of feel as well that the movie kind of implies that the Zeo powers got too powerful, and it's kind of implied back in Zeo that Billy worked on the turbo powers, mostly the blueprints. So meaning that the turbo powers were mostly upgrades, something for the Rangers to use. And it's even kind of suggested in the command chamber, the reason why you don't see the Mighty Morphing suits again sort of implies that Zordon and Alpha were able to restore what little power there was left back in the Mighty Morphing suits, as there was an episode where you had Adam with his Black Mighty Morpher, which kind of makes sense. And I feel for the most part with the villains, Divatox does work as a villain. Again, she's meant to be a Saban villain. She's meant to be over the top, basically an over the top diva, hence her name. And I kind of feel what's interesting is that Marigal's costume was also used for Dark Spectre in Power Rangers in Space, which implies that Marigal is meant to be the offspring of Dark Spectre, or at least a sort of twin or something. And I think for the most part, I know the film did get unfavourable reviews, but for me, if you are a Power Ranger fan, and if you have watched Mighty Morphin Zeo and all that, then you know what the film is meant to be. Something for Power Ranger fans to enjoy, and something that was supposed to be. And yeah, there was even deleted scenes that was supposed to explain what happened to the Zeo powers, a mermaid, as well as seeing Tommy and Catherine basically using flamethrower backpacks in a sort of jungle-like area. But I think for the most part, it's watchable. So I think it definitely deserves a thumbs up. Still good and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.